And last but certainly not least here of the teams to come and visit us for the MIAA Network's coverage of the 2017 MIAA Football Media Day are the two-time defending national champion Northwest Missouri State Bearcats. We've got running back Jordan Grove and safety Edward Richey joining us here today. Guys, you were just here a few months ago for the second year in a row, and now you're back again starting a new season. Must be exciting up there in Maryvale. Edward?
Yeah, it's a really exciting time for us. It just turned August 1st, so that means it's football season getting ready to start, so they're buzzing about that up there in Maryvale. But we're just excited to finally be able to strap on the helmet again and get back to work to work for our goals.
So I got to see the rings because I see you guys are flaunting them here. That looks nice. That's a nice piece of jewelry right there. Jordan, senior running back yourself, a great year last year for you guys. This is certainly the culmination of a lot of hard work from you guys.
Oh, yeah. I mean, our team works so hard all year round, especially in the summer. Summer's when we put in the load of our work, and our strength coach, Joe Quinlan, he pushes us to the limits, and he does great work with us, and our guys don't back down, and we've had a great summer of work getting ready for this season. I can't wait to see how it pans out.
Now, certainly, you guys have a lot of great things that you guys have going forward into this upcoming season. Edward, I'll start with you. What excites you most about getting back on the field and going for possibly a three-peat?
Just the process of it all, man. We got a chance to do something that's never been done. Not only in Division II, but just in our school history. And so I'm excited to see all the work that each and every single person on this team, from the coaching staff to our strength and conditioning staff to our training staff, man. Everybody's been working day in and day out to prepare themselves for this long run that we got planned ahead of us.
Jordan?
The thing I'm most looking forward to is just all the memories I'm going to make with my brothers this season, because it's all coming to an end here soon. This is my last season, it's last go-around playing football, so I'm going to make the most of it and just cherish every moment.
Now, Edward, I'll start with you. You're originally from St. Louis, so the Kirkwood area. As a matter of fact, we talked a little bit earlier, but we played each other in a state championship game back in 2011. Mm-hmm. Now, good for you, though, that you guys were able to make it back and win it your senior year. Yep. Talk about just the great tradition of high school football in the St. Louis area and how much football means in that community.
I don't think it's not only in the St. Louis area, but I think like if you ship it up north to the Kansas City area, I think just Missouri football as a whole has a great tradition of high school football, man. There's great rivalries all across the state, whether you jump down to the St. Louis side and you got us and
Webster Groves,
and then you jump over to the KC side and you got Staley and Lee Summit West, and you even jump to the middle of the state with Jefferson City, and I think they play Hickman or Helias or one of those schools, and just the old Maryvale Spoof Hounds, you can't forget about them. But it's great, man. You see a lot of people from our team are generally from this Midwest Missouri type area, and just a bunch of hard-nosed kids, work hard, blue-collar guys who just tough, for real. That's the only thing you can say about them is that they tough, willing to put in that work, that extra mile to be great. And I think that's kind of where they've been recruiting, and you see it translating to play up at Northwest.
Now, I have to ask you, since you are from the St. Louis area, obviously, and the same thing for me as a high school football player, and I went to Staley, and we always, the road to the Dome. Mm-hmm. Now, obviously, with the Rams leaving and the Dome not really being in use, how are you taking that, and just, with not having football there in St. Louis?
Man, I feel heartbroken for the kids that's been up under me, man, because that was always the goal, was to get to the Dome. Like, you work so hard throughout the entire summer leading up, and then you play those last couple cold games, and you figured it'd all be worth it because you be playing in a dome where it's warm.
Yep.
But they don't got that anymore, so my heart just breaks for them because it's always fun playing in the NFL venue, especially being a little 17, 18-year-old kid. You can't beat that. But just because the venue changed doesn't mean the accomplishment feels any different. To be able to play on that big stage for a championship, you can't beat it.
Now, Jordan, you're from Iowa yourself. Obviously, Iowa has a rich tradition of football as well. So, talk about growing up and being an Iowan and what football means to the state.
I'm from a small town, Adel, Iowa. It's like 4,000 people, so we don't got a whole lot other than the high school. But, it's just a lot of kids that play for each other and play hard. And I feel like Iowa doesn't get respected a lot in the football area. But, I think that kind of gives us a chip on our shoulder. And you see that with guys that come play at Northwest like Colin Bevins, George Seal, Jake Volstead, Cass Weidel, guys like that. I mean, we still got players and guys that are willing to work. And I think that's kind of like what Eddie said. There's just that Midwestern work ethic, and I think that helps us be successful.
Up there in God's country, and certainly a Big Ten country up there. The University of Iowa has been really good. Iowa State and the Big 12 is good as well. There's a lot of great football up there in Iowa that not very many people know about.
Yeah, Iowa schools do all right. I was usually hanging in there in Big Ten. Iowa State's got a little work to do, but I was a little Seneca Wallace fan growing up. But so that was fun going up to games up in Ames, and it's been fun.
So certainly a lot of stuff to look forward to for you guys this season. One question that I've been asking everybody, because we're broadcasting on Facebook Live and we're receiving some feedback from people via Facebook or asking questions via Twitter. And this is a generic one that I've been asking everybody that was asked very early on in the day. What's the best, most hostile environment that you guys have to play in with an MIAA school? Eddie, I'll start with you.
I'd say the most hostile venue that I've been at since I've been here would probably be that pit. The one time we went back to the jungle. I think it was like 7 or 8 years since we played there due to the Arrowhead game. Mm-hmm. But the first time being back in there, that place was loud. It was rowdy. They came out firing. They was ready to go. I'm pretty sure they drove down and scored on us like the first drive. So I have to go with Pitt State.
I'm on the same page as that here. I enjoyed playing at Pitt. It's a pretty cool stadium, and just the rivalry between us too. So it was a cool environment, and they came ready to play, and it was full of energy. A great venue.
Now, certainly everybody was saying, and obviously you guys are the last team to visit us. So, everybody has said to this point either Pitt State or Northwest. And so, that's my next question leading into is, obviously it is such a great environment there at Northwest where you guys have, and you've really built that tradition up. Certainly what makes it so special to play in as a Bearcat?
Just the people there, man. Like we were talking about with Coach Wright, man, they just care about you so much. They just want to see you be successful, whether it's on or off the field. And those people, they love Bearcat football, man. We could be 0-11 or 11-0, man. That place gonna be packed from top to bottom. And so it's just fun to see the energy that they bring, and you see us feed off that energy. So it's just kind of a big frenzy once everything, that kickoff gets rolling in Maryvale.
Jordan?
Yeah, just the Maryvale community. They live for Bearcat football, and I think part of it is our coaches do a good job of having us give back to the community. So we're out in the community helping out, so it helps us connect with them. And so since we're there for them, they're for us, and they're always there supporting, screaming like crazy, and it's awesome to play in front of fans like that.
Now, guys, I'll jump back to that national championship game this past year, and watching it on ESPN myself. The snow was coming down and everything like that. Eddie, I'll start with you. How hard was it for you to deal with the fact that you got injured in that game?
Whenever you're injured, it's always tough on you just because you work so hard. You want to be out there competing and helping your brothers go out there and get a win. But once I was injured, I had no doubt in my mind that those guys would take care of it out there on the field, man. They worked way too hard to let something like that happen to me be taken away from us. So I was just so excited to see those guys continue to play hard, not only for themselves but for me. It just showed just showed that true brotherhood that we had. So it was fun to see us go out there and accomplish that goal we set out.
And Jordan, you were really able to make an impact in that game yourself, and just talk about being able to play on the biggest stage in one of the biggest games of your life.
Oh, I mean, it's crazy going out there and seeing all the Bearcat green in the stands. It's awesome to see all the support we get from the fans, and just that type of atmosphere, the championship atmosphere is crazy. It's awesome. You just got to soak it in. Our coaches really talked about it, just going out there, soak it in, but then you got to get to business. So it's just like any other game, you got to go to work.
Certainly seems like you guys have the right mindset and the right mentality after having 2 consecutive national championships. Last question I'll leave with you guys here is this, Eddie. What do you guys have to do, both as an individual and as a team, to drive to get back here again to play for a 3rd straight national championship?
We just got to be better than we were the day before. Every chance we get to be out on that field, man, that's a chance for us to get better. So as long as we just keep improving each and every day, each and every practice, each and every game, we're going to put ourselves in a great position to be back here and playing for a title. I think so.
Jordan?
Basically what Ed said, we just got to keep working. We've been working all summer. We just got to keep going. We got to keep grinding. We got to attack every day. We got to bring the young guys along with us and teach them the Bearcat way, because in the end, that's how you find success. Once a Bearcat, always Bearcat, right, fellas?
Yes, sir.
Jordan Grove and Edward Richey joining us here from MIAA Football Media Day here at Children's Mercy Park. For the MIAA Network, I'm Jason Katz.